Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans of what we do around here. We got over 875 versions of this available on this channel. If you are looking for life, relationship, business coaching, would love to be available. Resources, references available upon request, and also we can. Connect on a variety of topics. Would love to be of assistance to you. I've worked with over 16,000 people over the last 14 years, so very little I haven't heard before, and meet you where you are kind of deal. But if you are looking for that, would love to be of assistance to you. There's a couple ways to do it. You can connect through Twitter at PO Perception or through the About Me section of this YouTube page. Also, we encourage you to like, subscribe, comment below. But today is do you have higher than normal intuition? So, intuition is an inner knowing. It is outside of logic, outside of knowledge, outside of education. It's an inner sense, an inner knowing, and we all have different levels of it. A higher level of intuition is going to give you a couple of things, a couple of edges, so to speak, as you look at the world. The first is emotional IQ, the ability to feel others' emotions, understand and comprehend what might be their motivating factors emotionally, and maybe even identify those emotional states without them really talking about it a great deal. The more empathy you have, the more connectability you have, also the more willingness you have to be of help and service to these individuals. Help and service, though, is an interesting quandary because it does not mean that you're supposed to fix them. It does not mean that you're supposed to be their solution. The focus, though, then therefore is kind of being, what they need for you to be in a moment. Be a light, be a beacon of knowledge and a resource for emotional support while holding them accountable to making their own decisions and choices. And this can be, for lots of people, challenging because drawing that internal boundary can be a challenge, especially if it's not something you're natural or open to doing. The next thing is openness. So even if you don't agree with a person's mindset, even if you don't agree with a person's motivating factor or the things that lead them down a certain pathway of thought or belief, you are open to accepting them where they are. This could mean learning about different ways of thinking and believing. This could mean embracing differences with individuals about political, religious, or other emotionally related topics. And you're willing to kind of use yourself and your intuition and your discernment to only surround yourself with people that are going to lead you forward, which means you get really good at listening to your gut. So having the ability to separate from thinking that you can fix every person or thinking that you can, have a solution for every person, especially those who really don't want help, they just want to complain. And there are groups of people in the world who ultimately are more comfortable in their darkness than they are in addressing their own light or their own need to be accountable. And that is something that higher level empath, higher level intuitive needs to be dealing with and figuring out how they're going to cope with. Otherwise, they get run over with it. So, their ability to trust in their own innate ability to select good people to be around, healthy people to be around, smart people for them to be around, and move forward is valuable in a number of ways. Understanding how to do that in a way that makes sense and also connect on a deeper level is important. The adaptability to a person's needs portfolio, the way in which they communicate, the way in which they relate with others is also an important factor in this sort of thing. Adaptability doesn't mean losing yourself in order to be liked or accepted, but it does mean being able to understand the value of understanding where a person's coming from, meeting them and speaking a language that makes sense to them, and also trying to find ways to create commonality with people where difference would normally exist. So the willingness to embrace the idea of creating new awareness is important. Nature, being focused upon nature, the idea of nature, the concept of nature, and just being in nature. Understanding that all good things can have negative consequence, all bad things good things can come from them. Getting back to the fact that nature will always sustain itself in an ecosystem balance that we don't always understand, but it always exists nonetheless, is one of the most important things that a person can do when trying to find that form of balance. So hopefully this is helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.